Good morning to you all. Do you believe me if I say that the beef you buy from the market did not come from cattle? Are you sure all beef in the market are coming from cattle? Or can they belong to another meat species? To find out answers to all these questions, the present study on beef adulteration in Kandy Municipal Council area, the PCR essay and morphological identification was conducted. My name is Samir. Let me take you through findings of this study. So in Sri Lanka, slaughtering of cattle is allowed for meat, but slaughtering of buffalo is totally banned. But the problem is that meat adulteration is becoming a common problem. Cattle meat and buffalo meat somewhat similar in most of physical and other palatable attributes. Therefore, common consumers have a difficulty to differentiate buffalo meat from cattle meat. However, there are some meat quality assessment methods that have been developed as traditional methods and as recent advances. In traditional methods, they are expensive and subjective. In recent advanced methods, the PCR assay is the gold standard. The PCR technique is mainly used for identification of milk, cheese, and fat of buffalo and cattle. However, the use of these PCR techniques for the authentication of meat of buffalo and cattle is limited. Therefore, the goal of this study was to develop a simple, low-cost tool for the precise identification of buffalo and cattle based on PCR technique. Thanks to COVID-19, all are aware about the PCR assay. Therefore, no need to explain it furthermore. Then other objectives were to develop an efficient DNA extraction protocol for meat for PCR and to test an efficient PCR primer set to use in beef authentication to identify the morphological differences between beef and buffalo meat, finally to determine whether the beef selling in Kandy Municipal Council area are adulterated with buffalo meat. In order to achieve those objectives, samples were collected from the Kandy Municipal Council area. Then each and every sample were analyzed. First, a physical characteristic analysis was conducted as a cluster analysis. Then, a molecular biological analysis was conducted for the identification of meat sample species. At the end of this study, we wanted to answer two questions. How to differentiate cattle meat from buffalo meat? Are KMC area beef adulterated with buffalo meat? To be used as reference samples during the PCRS, two blood samples were collected, one from a buffalo and another one from a cattle. DNA from those samples were extracted using the Wizard genomic DNA purification kit. Then 27 samples were collected from the vastus catalaris muscle of the beef carcass. As physical characteristics, water holding capacity, pH, and color were measured. The specialty of this study is that instead of a conventional color meter, we used a Adobe Photoshop software to measure LAB color values of the meat samples. Then in the molecular biological analysis, the DNA extraction was very critical for the success of the PCRS. Therefore, three methods were tested: CTAP, modified salt, and modified CTAP DNA extraction method. CTAP method were not able to give a higher DNA yield. Even though modified salt method have given a higher DNA yield, the integrity was very less. Therefore, we moved to modified CTAP method because of its higher DNA yield and quality. After extracting DNA, in order to amplify them, the selection of primers were the next step. For that, first, as universal species identification primers, CO1 primers were tested. However, those primers were not able to give any specific band. Therefore, we moved to mitochondrial dilute primers. They were able to produce 226 base pair band for cattle and 126 base pair band for buffalo. However, specificity of those primers is dependent on aniline temperature. Finally, we identified that 65 Celsius degrees were the species specific aniline temperature for dilute primers because it doesn't give any non-specific band. Therefore, after testing these different methods, final workflow of this study can be expressed in this way. First, color, water holding capacity, and pH were measured. Then DNA from meat samples were extracted using the modified CTAB method. Together with mitochondrial D-root thymus, the PCR assay was conducted at annealing temperature 65 degrees Celsius. Finally, those PCR products were visualized through the gel electrophoresis in order to identify the species of meat samples. Now, this identified workflow can be used by any regulator or any industrial people for the authentication of beef as a finding of this study. Now, results of this study can be discussed under two different topics: clustering based on physical characteristics and species identification based on PCR results. Now, in the cluster analysis, this is the resultant dendrogram for all 27 meat samples. Mainly, two clusters could be obtained. Cluster 1 composed with 19 samples, while remaining 8 samples were belong to cluster 2. In order to identify the most influencing variable for this clustering, another cluster analysis was conducted. According to that, A color value was the most influencing variable for this cluster. A color value here is the redness of the meat. Now, these are the two clusters, cluster 1 and cluster 2. In cluster 1, there are represented 8 samples, while in the cluster 2, all 8 samples are here. Now, these two clusters can be authenticated using the gel image results of PCR products. From all 27 samples, 5 samples have given 226 base pair band. It means out of 27, 5 samples are buffalo meat samples. Now, we can filter two clusters as we're doing in the COVID-19 positive patient detection based on PCR results. Cluster 1, no problem, all are cattle. Cluster 2, out of 8, 5 samples are buffalo meat samples. Now we can say that beef selling in KMC area are adulterated with buffalo meat as a percentage based on 27 sample size, 18.5% are buffalo meat. However, these PCR things are not useful for common consumers because they cannot do PCR work at the market. They cannot bring a PCR machine to the market. Therefore, identification of morphological tools or morphological characteristics is very important for them. For that, we did a statistical analysis. According to that, A color value or redness value was the significantly different variable between cattle and buffalo. In buffalo, they had a lower A color value, meaning buffalo meat are darker in color. And cattle, they had a higher A color value, meaning they had lighter red color. Even by looking at the images, you can see buffalo meat are darker in color, while cattle meat are light in color. Now, we have identified a correlation between morphological data and molecular data. Using those results, we can use a mobile app. Before that, just remember, I have used a mobile application or another Adobe Photoshop software to quantify LAB color values to measure the picture colors. Therefore, these are the resultant color values, especially for A color value, because A color value was the significantly different value between buffalo and cattle. For buffalo, it was around 19, and for cattle, it was around 35. If we can identify a range for buffalo for this A color and for cattle for this A color, it can be fed into a software to develop a mobile application. If we can develop a handy mobile app for mobile smartphones, these things will be very useful for consumers when they're purchasing beef at the market. Simply, they can take a photograph and they can, if the application itself can read the A color value and give a result to the consumer whether this meat is a buffalo sample or cattle sample. And also for regulators and other processors, also this application can be used for the preliminary categorization of beef samples. If they need to analyze a large number of samples, it's better to categorize based on the A color value using a mobile app. Then thereby they can cut down the cost of PCR and also they can save the time for the authentication of meat. In addition to that, there are several other observations. Fat color and muscle fiber arrangement. Fat color in buffalo, they have whitish color fat color. In cattle, they have somewhat yellowish color fat color. In muscle fiber arrangement, buffalo meat have loosely bound, while cattle meat are somewhat tightly bound. These studies or these observations are not supported by statistically in this study. However, this will be useful in future studies. Finally, we can conclude that we have developed a simple low-cost tool for precise identification of buffalo and cattle meat based on the PCR technique. And for the beef authentication, species-specific mitochondrial dilute primers can be used at handling temperature 65 degrees Celsius. And also around 1/5 of beef are adulterated with buffalo meat. As application, this optimized PCR technique can be used for regulatory purposes as well as industrial uses. Other than for beef, this can be used for other meat types as well, and also for other products like milk, cheese, and curd of cattle and buffalo. Furthermore, morphological characterization will be useful for consumers, and also if we can develop a mobile application, it will be the future on-site meat authentication tool. Then it marks the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your careful attention. Thank you very much.